So I have a pork chop here. It's about half a pound with the bone in. This looks pretty nice. It's basically the ribeye of pork. And then got an apple, olive oil, salt and pepper. And then for the apple, I got brown sugar, got 2 star anise, I don't know, 1 cinnamon stick. And then everything here is for the mustard sauce. I got 1 shallot, whatever. 1 jumbo piece of garlic. Dijon mustard, homemade chicken stock, milk instead of cream, because I don't have cream. And then some vermouth, because I have way too much of this stuff. And apparently, I learned this after I bought the whole 1.5 liter bottle. If you don't drink this in a month, it's gonna taste bad or something. Okay, let's get started. Okay, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna season it with salt and pepper, obviously. There's this whole misconception that you have to let your meat get to room temperature before you cook it, or whatever. That's a myth. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. Make sure you salt it real nice. Diamond crystal kosher salt. Bon Appetit approved. Make it rain. Need more salt than you need. Blah blah blah. Just really season whatever protein you're cooking really well. Abundant amount of pepper. That won't hurt either. You feel me? And then kind of press it into the meat. I don't know if there's anything scientific about it, but do it anyways. And then grab it by the bone, flip it. Oh my God, it's stuck. Flip it. Oh, pepper already smells amazing. Do the same thing to the other side. Just make it rain. You know, season from a distance. More pepper. Now a lot of the seasoning is gonna pop off. Just press the seasoning in there and then stand it up. Okay, if it can stand up, maybe not. Well then, in that case, just drag the side, dab that in the salt and pepper and whatever. Because you're gonna eat the side. It's not like you only eat the 2 sides. You're gonna eat the whole thing, so you wanna make sure the whole thing is seasoned. All right. Pretty fun to play with your meat. No? No. All right. So I'm gonna leave that alone for now. Let's do some chopping. It's the most annoying part of the whole recipe. I'm gonna have to mince some garlic and some shallot. 1 shallot and 1 clove of garlic. I hate mincing because it requires skill and I don't have any skill. And the fact that the air conditioning in this apartment isn't working properly doesn't help at all because it's like 29 degrees today. Get rid of all the paper, shallot paper. All right. What is this? Why does it look like that? There's like 2 mini shallots. Okay, so what you do with a shallot is the same way as you would cut an onion. Cut in half lengthwise. Okay, I'm gonna keep the root on. And then just go like this. Make strokes, almost cut through, but don't cut through. Okay, don't cut your finger off. Okay, depends on how fine you want it and how good your knife skills are. You know, make as many or as few slits as you want. And then some people do like horizontal cuts. I can't be bothered. So technically I'm not even mincing this thing, but who cares? And you just go like that. Again, I'm pretty mediocre with a knife. Don't come at me, YouTube chefs. Oh, and then the claw thing, I do it because obviously this can prevent you from cutting your fingers off. Okay, now with this garlic, this whole batch of garlic is really annoying. Like, you can't do this. You can't put a knife on top and then smash it because it's gonna slide all over the place. So you're gonna have to just use your hands, okay, and really go at it. God. Now I get garlic paper on my hands, so that's great. So normally, if you have an unpounded clove of garlic without all the bruises from that smashing, you could treat this like an onion and do, like, you know, the 3-step process, you know, as I just did with the shallot. But I don't think I have the time to do it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just slice this and then do the rocking motion and hope for the best. Okay, I'm not really mincing anything here. Okay, I'm just gonna, oh God, get slices. Smells really garlicky though. Okay, and when you reach the end, you can flip the garlic to stabilize it on this side. Okay, and then you pile them all together. Put your hand on top and go like this. And then after each round, you're gonna have to clean your knife, clean your blade, make sure the bits are off. And you just kind of group them back together. Okay, and then kind of go again. Okay, cool. That's done. I'm gonna wash my knife and my fingers. Okay, that didn't take long at all. Ideally, what you do with an apple is you peel it, and then you core it. Am I gonna peel it? Okay, I'm gonna peel it. Okay, I'm gonna peel my apple right into the garbage can. So hello. This peeler doesn't work that well. Okay, you know what? Screw that. I'm not gonna peel this. President's choice. Absolute scam, okay? Canada doesn't even have a president, so what the hell? Okay, I'm gonna just do the good old slice around thing because I don't really care about presentation, you know? So what am I gonna do? Just cut that. All right, so I got a frying pan here, set over medium-high heat. Got my pork chop ready. I'm gonna cook my apples in this gigantic wok because I don't have anything else. But this pan is about hot enough. Just go in with some olive oil. Okay, that's, I don't know, a tablespoon. Just want to make sure it kind of covers the bottom of the pan. You take your pork chop, grab it by the bone, lift it up, try and fit it in. That's a sizzle. Here we go. Oh no, that's pretty bad. Okay, great. You can barely just fit in there. And press it down, ensure maximum contact, you know? I'm pretty sure Gordon Ramsay does it like 90 seconds, 2 minutes? I can't remember, honestly. I'm just making things up. I'll flip it after a while, okay? And meanwhile here, I definitely did not forget to cook my rice. Got some black rice here, and some chicken stock. Okay, great. It's got some color, not a lot of color. Expected, you know. It's a non-stick pan on an induction cooktop. Like, don't expect too much. Yeah, I don't think I have a choice here. I have to get my pair of tongs. flip it again. I need a bigger pan to cook this, but anyway. The next part is going to be tricky because it's butter basting. You're not supposed to butter baste with one hand. So you grab some butter, okay, fridge cold butter, slap it in there, okay. Have to turn this on. From this point onwards, it got way too loud, so I have to do some voiceover for this part. But basically, basting is the action where you melt some butter in the pan, you tilt the pan towards you, you use a spoon to put the melted butter back on top of whatever protein you're cooking. And there are a few things that happen when you baste a piece of meat. It essentially speeds up the cooking process because you're cooking it from both the bottom and the top. And it also helps caramelize the surface faster because, again, you're spooning hot butter back on top of the pork chop you're cooking. And I think some chefs like Gordon Ramsay, also claim that it keeps things moist, which I'm not sure about, but the other few things are definitely true. So now I'm briefly searing the fat cap of the pork chop before taking it out to rest. Pork is here to rest. That's all the butter, oil, pork juice mixture. Just let that sit there to rest. Now I'm going to make the sauce. Heat back on a medium. Just a little bit more olive oil in there. Grab my chopped up shallot and garlic. Okay. Saute that. That's not going to take long at all. The pan's still pretty hot, and garlic and shallot are both chopped pretty finely. So I'm not trying to burn anything. It really smells amazing. Now the garlic is gone golden, so before anything burns, I think it's time to add some chicken stock. How much? I don't know. Okay? I don't like measuring anything. Okay? I'm pretty sure you're supposed to reduce this by half. And then I'm supposed to, I think, add in some milk and some mustard. So let's prep that, okay? I say that's reduced by half. I don't really know. Turn the heat down a little bit because I don't want the milk to like split. Okay. Milk. Okay, how much do I add? I'm gonna say this much. This much is how much? I don't know. Half a cup. Okay. So I like it a little bit spicy, so I'm gonna say 2 heaping teaspoons. Okay. There we go. Oh my god. Okay, cool. That's aside. And then stir that. That looks pretty good, to be honest. Okay, I'm gonna shake the pan a little bit. Now, I'm gonna return the pork chop in there. Oh, don't drop it. Do not drop the pork chop. That goes back in. Okay, nestle that in there. And keep the heat on medium low. Let that cook for a bit while I start my stewed apple. So I'm gonna turn this hob on to, I don't even know, man, medium high? Bring this here. Oh, okay, don't drop anything. Here I got 1 tablespoon of dark brown sugar. And I'm gonna try to scatter it around, but it doesn't work like that. Now it's stuck to the spoon. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm gonna mash it up a little bit. This is looking pretty nice here. Okay. Don't wanna friggin' turn it, flip it. Sure, let's do it. Whoa, bam. Cool. That sauce really smells good, by the way. It's really nice. And it's pretty thick. Look at the consistency, that's amazing. Let's clean up as we work. I don't want to waste all this mustard. So usually what I do when this happens is I just lick the spoon. Beautiful. Oh, that's spicy. Oh, what's taking this so long? My God. Maybe I shouldn't start with a cold pan. I don't know. I'm pretty stupid. I'm gonna flip the pork. Oh my God, that sauce is so thick now. Back to this side. And turn the heat off. Oh, that's going. Something's happening. It smells pretty nice. I'm going to take some butter. Maybe that much, I don't know. Just YOLO it. Ooh, it's sizzling right away. Okay. I'm just gonna grab the apple slices and put them in there. Almost forgot. Cinnamon stick. I'm gonna try to snap it in half. Can I do it? Okay, here we go. I don't know if you're supposed to put these in a non-stick pan. You know, it's probably gonna scratch the surface, but yeet. These are in now. Okay. So let that go. It smells really nice. It smells like I don't know, some sort of winter Starbucks latte special, if that's a thing. I'm gonna take the tongues and very carefully flip it. I don't want to touch the bottom of the pan. Let's see what happens. Oh, look at that. That's got some color on it. That's nice. That's really nice. Okay, rice is done. Amazing, finally. And now I'm going to try and plate things up. All right. So I got my rice here. Take my pork chop, nice and rested. Grab that. I'm gonna put it here. Sauce, nice and thick. And just drape that on top. Beautiful. Trusty chopsticks. Get the glazed apples, put it on the side. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Oh, okay, the only thing that matters, how it tastes. Pork chop, stewed apple, caramelized apple, whatever, black rice. I just realized if I lean forward, the top half of my head is gone, but it doesn't matter. How do I even eat this? I guess I pull this to the side. Okay, I'm gonna have to stand up for this one, I think. I'm gonna cut the pork chop. Okay, that's how they do it in steakhouses. No, not steakhouse. No, okay, wrong side of the bone. Okay, but what you want to do is you want to cut along the bone. Okay. Okay, which way am I going? Why am I using a butter knife? I am so stupid. You know? And you just gnaw on this bone, so I do that. Wow. The mustard sauce is so good. And the whole thing's seasoned properly, which I'm very proud of. Now let's see what the center of the pork chop looks like. Looks pretty good. Now let me get a perfect bite. I'm not gonna have apple with it. This pork is just very porky. It sounds stupid, but it just tastes so much like pork. It's got that fat, so it's not dry. This piece I got from a butcher shop in Kensington Market. It's called Saniga's Meat Locker. And this is a heritage pork chop. I believe that's what it's called. And it's supposed to taste like more meaty, and it does. It's great. Brown sugar is way better than white sugar in terms of depth of flavor. It's just a little bit smoky. It's like nutty almost. And then that pinch of salt really does wonders. And the rice is good too. The thing about black rice is it's firmer. It's got more texture. It's just more interesting than white rice. And when it's cooked, it's actually purple. One big bite of pork chop. This is so good. This is amazing. Okay, now I'm gonna try to have a bite with everything. Get this part. I'm not gonna cut it any smaller because reasons. One big bite, everything. You know what? I prefer without the apple. It's kind of weird. But other than that, this is beautiful. Mustard sauce. It's very savory because I added homemade chicken stock. And the mustard itself, it's salty. It's a little bit spicy. And then the chopped up shallot and garlic just add like a backbone to the sauce, if that makes sense. Hope I'm not talking gibberish. This sauce is just so good. I'm definitely gonna buy this heritage pork chop again. This is so good. It's so much better than your normal pork chop. Normally, I'm not a big fan of the traditional pork chop. I think it's too lean. It doesn't have much fat. It doesn't have much flavor. You know, normally when you cook a piece of steak, like a ribeye in New York, the center is usually not that seasoned because that's how it is. You season the outside of the meat and you cook it. But with this, I only season the outside, but the whole thing is very flavorful. Surprise, big surprise, because like I said, I am not a big fan of pork chops. I think, pork belly, pork shoulder, pork butt, well, pork butt and pork shoulder is basically the same thing. I think other cuts of pork tend to have more flavor, but this is different. Heritage. Go get heritage pork and go get your meat from local butcher shops. Small businesses, COVID pandemic, they need our help. This is so good. This just proves that Gordon Ramsay has amazing recipes. The thing is, this isn't even a recipe. There's no measurement. Like, I couldn't find the recipe. I found a YouTube video. Just figure it out, make it, make some substitutions. He used some like liquor to make the sauce and the apples. I didn't have whatever liquor he was using, so I just omitted that part altogether. And this is still good.
He also used 2 types of mustard, whole grain and Dijon. I only have Dijon, so I just use Dijon. Beautiful. Now I'm gonna gnaw on this bone. I don't know, should I do an outro? It's just been me talking to my phone the whole time. But anyways, I'm out.